welcome to part 2. Now, to be honest, this whole thing is basically just an excuse to have the B-17 featured prominently in a bonus episode. So basically what I'm going to do now, yeah, I definitely would have gotten killed if I'd continued to use my machine gun there. So this is basically an excuse to show off the B-17. The rest of this, since I'm not going to be able to get back into that vehicle, just consider this bonus. After all, I am doing bonus episodes. So I hope you like Alamein and tanks and the defense of the Eastern Outpost. No matter what you do with this map, it always seems like the Eastern Outpost over here is just... you're going to end up defending it, and you're going to end up dealing with people who send in their jeeps from the North Base and all that good stuff. Alright, that guy's just staring at me. Kinda psycho-like. Guess he's been in the desert for too long. Alright, now I'm going to head up to the North Base. Okay, I'm going to head over to the East Base, never mind. For whatever reason, that Eastern Outpost is just a magnet. So even if you're in a tank and you have the ability at least, and that ability requires that there aren't too many hostile planes in the air, you're just going to end up dealing with this base. Maybe you can drive up to the North Base or whatever if you've got a tank. But otherwise you're going to be over here. Alright, that was a friendly plane with no reason to be attacking over there. Friendly flag, lots of friendly icons. Certainly no request for help. And as I've mentioned before, it's always nice to... Alright, I got an assist there from the friendly plane, although I think I had that one pretty much dead in my sights. When you approach a hostile tank, just kind of approach at an angle at first, hope that he misses, and rely on your superior accuracy to get an extra hit in. If you're really bad aim, then I guess just drive directly toward him. But this is kind of nice. I've got a backup from a friendly tank. I probably will need a little bit of help to be sure I get this base, because they've presumably got some hostiles over here and at least one tank. Yeah, this is definitely a time when you want to just disable that tank as soon as you can. I believe I heard the sound of a bazooka, so that potentially could be a nuisance. Not sure where that's even coming from. Maybe that cluster of rocks over there. No, that's outside the capture radius. Often you'll get people who are hanging around at that anti-aircraft gun simply because you can spawn in over there and it's frequently used, since the flak guns on this map are extremely useful. Alright, I think I'll leave that tank for a friendly to spawn in here and grab. I've noticed that the Germans, ever since I joined this round, in fact the round probably wasn't going on for all that long before I joined, although with Alamein I think the top scoring person had something like 8 points or 7 points on the other team. Alamein, a pretty low scoring map most of the time. So actually this round could have been going on for a while. There's no countdown timer on this server for the moment, so I can't really say for sure how long it's been going on. But it seems like ever since I got here, the Germans were bleeding a lot of tickets. So I do have to give them some credit for being able to repeatedly attack and even capture the eastern outpost, but otherwise they've pretty much been dead ever since I saw them. I think that when I saw their entire team, it seemed like getting bombed with the B-17. That was a pretty negative omen.
Well done, soldier. They've taken our outpost.
Once again, the action seems to be really focused on the north and the east. I don't get over to the southern base all that much when I play on this map. It's just easier to... It's a lot quicker to get over to the northern base from the eastern base, so that's where the attacks tend to go from, and when you're defending the east and you have the opportunity to attack another flag, most likely you're going to choose to go up north. Alright, if I run into a tank, it's always useful to have exactly full health. Alright, now the German Air Force is starting to reassert itself a little bit. Okay, he's circling around for another pass. And there's a hostile Tiger tank that's following me. You can tell from the square shape of that tank. So what I'm going to have to do, I've got no chance of beating him. I'm going to hide behind the sand dune and put up some defenses after I... Crap, he came on me very quickly. Got a very lucky little landmine there. I could have gotten a lot less lucky if he had gone to a slight angle. But what you often do want to do instead of using landmines, what I started to do was you throw out the X-Packs, throw out a few of them, and they'll create a field of fire because their blast radius is much, much larger than the size of a landmine. And when he drives over the sand dune, you just detonate. And of course you can use your empty tank icon will appear to him. He'll see that and he'll head straight for it. So you can use that as a nice little lure. I had to improvise there with the landmine, but that's just something to keep in mind if you know that you're not going to have time to repair the tank. And even if I did repair the tank, there's no chance with a Sherman versus a Tiger, unless he just misses every shot for some reason. Once you're in the flag capture radius, when it's an infantry who's trying to sneak a quick capture, they're pretty much foiled. Now if he were an engineer or a bazooka troop, then I'd have to really worry about it. I have to say I'm getting a lot of good use out of this engineer kit this time around. A lot of opportunities to repair my tank. And you can see this is a good example. That was the B-17 flying over there. You'll notice that you haven't been seeing altogether that many B-17 kills on the kill message screen. That's a more typical occurrence. The B-17 will drop a lot of bombs, fly around a lot, and you'll get a kill here or there, especially when you detonate all over a base. See, there's one kill right there. You're not going to get huge clusters of kills unless this situation really calls for it, like when you're bombing the plane campers sitting on the airstrip. Right, now it was close earlier on in tickets. I can't remember, I think the Germans may have even started the round out ahead, but now there's just no chance for them. Rats, that guy just barely survived, so he can potentially be a problem to me. Your advantage is the bazooka troop, your ability to sneak around. sneak out from behind cover, fire, quickly go back behind cover, kind of maneuver around these awkward areas. It's kind of difficult to maneuver around here in a tank. And I can't even find a good place to use splash damage as a backboard. Alright, that'll do it for El Alamein on Let's Play Battlefield 1942. See you on the next episode.